Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Celtics tonight. Guys, unfortunately, tonight the Lakers lose to the Boston Celtics tonight, 101 to 111, snapping the Celtics, snapping the Lakers' 8-game winning streak, unfortunately, when it came down to it. Unfortunate turn of events when it comes down to this loss. And out of all teams the Lakers they lose to the Boston Celtics when it comes all said and done. But that's not the worst thing of this particular game for the Lakers tonight. They also lose LeBron James, suffered an injury in the game at the end of the game, really, when it came down to it. You can tell that he was trying his best to come back into the game. Unfortunately, he suffered a groin strain or something like that. So that is the reports. It sort of remains to be seen when he will be out for. According to JJ, it seems that they are a bit. What's the word for it that he said? I think he said that he was a bit not frustrated, but a bit concerned of LeBron James's injury in his to his groin. So it is something that we have to hopefully knock on wood and prayers up that LeBron James comes back to the Lakers very very soon, because as I mentioned for the almost throughout the month of March so far, that the Lakers have a pretty good, tough schedule ahead of them going into this month of March. So it is going to be a tough one. And, we saw how Luka played tonight. I mean, it was not his best game as a Los Angeles Laker, especially against a rival team in the Boston Celtics when it comes all said and done. So, I'm seeing the comments coming in from KJ23. Tears, absolutely, tears are coming around when it comes to this loss against the Boston Celtics out of all teams. So, it is, very disheartening that they are the ones that, snapped the Lakers' winning streak, their 8-game winning streak. So it is very unfortunate, but at the same time, I mean, it has to end somehow, but I just can't believe it was against the Boston Celtics. So it's very unfortunate. And now we lose LeBron James in the process. So, it is a bit of a, once again, scenario where the Lakers are now stacking up more injuries to their list coming down to the stretch of the end of the season at the end of the day. So, it is, we don't have Rui yet. His return is a bit questionable now. He has like a week to get reevaluated. So, it is another situation where we're not sure about the timeline when Rui Hachimura returns. But at the same time, we have to also, wait and see about the return for LeBron James, because he is the main focal point of this Lakers team, number one option next to Luka Doncic now. So, it is another scenario where we just have to wait and see about the return of LeBron James. And if all the Lakers, even, rest of the Lakers can manage to get through this tough schedule for the Lakers in the month of March. So, with Luka also dealing or playing through really an injury of his own when it comes down to it. So, the Lakers just can't catch a break at this particular moment. We were just doing great, winning streaks, number 2 seed. And now with this tough schedule, with the injuries piling up, and, it just seems that the Lakers are going to be struggling for this road trip. And of course, just this month of March in general when it comes to tough schedules ahead. I mean, just think about it. The Lakers have 2 back-to-back road trips, but from different, cities. So, that's just crazy. The Lakers face the Milwaukee Bucks, and then they go travel again in a back-to-back game facing the Denver Nuggets. I mean, that's tough schedule right there as it is. And, there's a guaranteed chance that maybe the Lakers will not win most of those games, especially now with LeBron James and his injury, and obviously suffering a groin injury. And we all remember in the past when LeBron James did suffer a groin injury as a Laker, I believe it was like his first year as a Los Angeles Laker, was that he was out for almost like a month. And, knock on wood, I'm saying it right now. My hope is that LeBron James' injury to his groin, that is not anything too serious that will keep him out for a lengthy period, because we need to just finish strong, for these 2 months remaining of the NBA season, for the Lakers to have a pretty good, comfortable stance of where they want to be within the standings in the Western Conference. So, you know, because there's some really good competitive teams under the Lakers at this particular moment, with them being the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. So, it is a bit of a, you know, disheartening to see this from the Lakers now, but my hope is that they persevere and try their hardest to um, win as much games as they can to finish off this season strong. So it's just very unfortunate when it comes all said and done. So, but like always, guys, I will keep you guys up to date about the Lakers and their and LeBron James' situation, and hopefully a speedy recovery for him. And obviously, the return of Rui coming soon, maybe. But obviously, we just have to wait and see for sure. So, but like always, please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. It's really important that you do so, so you'll be in the know of when I go live or when I upload videos on YouTube, and of course, posting all over social media as well, on Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. So the links will be in the description of this live stream. So you guys check me out on social media. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just get right into the team stats of the Lakers' loss against the Boston Celtics, 101 to 111. It's very unfortunate. The Lakers missed opportunity tonight to, go out there and dominate. I mean, you can tell by the fourth quarter they were trying their best to come back, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough for them to get over the hump because of the lack of effort that we saw from this Lakers team when it came to the second unit, from certain players that just not stepping up in this game when it came down to it. It was just very disheartening to watch by this Lakers team, especially facing the Boston Celtics. And there were times when the Lakers, you know, were able to beat the Boston Celtics. I mean, they just did it this year in LA, I believe, or maybe it was in Boston. I might be mistaken. But, it was a good moment to watch for sure. But at the same time, this game, out of all games, the Celtics snapped the Lakers' 8-game winning streak. Are very unfortunate. But when you look at the Lakers, game tonight, obviously the player of the game goes to you know Luka Doncic out there tonight, guys. I mean, sure, he put up 34 points, but I want to be real with you guys. His game tonight was not the best. Okay, sure, he was able to put up 34 points and 8 rebounds and 3 assists, and managed to go 5 of 10 from the three. Most of the efforts came from the fourth quarter. I mean, that's where things kind of were looking kind of, you know, great for the Lakers at one point, but at the same time, they just couldn't get over the hump, unfortunately, when it came down to it. So it's just a lack of size, a lack of effort in this game when it came down to it, guys. I mean, but Luka Doncic, 34 points out there tonight. I mean, not bad for sure, but just throughout the game in general, he was not at his best, especially in the first half, in my opinion. And my hope is that he will bounce back from his poor performance. But at the same time, I mean, 34 points, you don't have to, we had to give some credit to his performance out there tonight with those 34 points, but still, I just felt that he just did not play his best out there tonight, especially against the Boston Celtics. I mean, as a Los Angeles Laker, you always have to outperform a rival team every chance that you get. So if throughout the quarters, I mean, just Jason Tatum putting up 40 points out there tonight. I mean, that's totally unacceptable from the Lakers standpoint, to allow another team from your rival team to score 40 points on you. So, but this is his first matchup. Hopefully, many more to come. But there's no doubt, he needs to play much better, especially now with LeBron James suffering an injury in this game, and not sure about his time limit when he will potentially return. And like I said, Luka is also dealing with an injury of himself. So, my hope is that he can manage, and hopefully other players around him step up, like Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent, Dalton Connect. Maybe we'll hopefully see the return of Rui very soon, but still, the focal point of your team is around LeBron James. And obviously with him being out, not sure how long, it's going to really hurt the Lakers in this stretch, this struggling stretch of the month of March. And, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt for sure. And the Lakers at this point are the number 2 seed. That's for sure going to diminish them, probably down to maybe the 4th. My best is they can manage with the 4th seed, maybe the 3rd seed. But at this point, with the tough schedule ahead of them, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look good for them, moving forward for sure. So, okay, guys, it's just kind of notifications. Not sure if this is actual reporting, but according to the reports, is that LeBron James could be out for a matter of weeks, not a matter of days, with the left groin injury. So I'm not sure if that is actual breaking news, but I just got notifications of that. So, but when it comes all said and done, guys, I mean, it's kind of a similar situation what we saw from LeBron James a couple of years ago, his first year as a Laker, where he did suffer a groin injury and it kept him out for multiple weeks. When it comes down to it. So my hope is that he comes back, you know, very soon, speedy recovery. But at the same time, my hope is that every Laker on this team, including Luka Doncic, steps up, with no LeBron James. So, um, but still, I mean, it's tough to hear that for sure. But my hope is a speedy recovery for LeBron, hopefully, very soon. So, but yeah, I mean, Luka Doncic tonight played poorly, but still managed to put up 34 points. So, solid stat line, but just poor performance in my opinion, especially on the defensive side of the ball, when it comes all said and done. And just in general, this Lakers team played pretty poorly defensively. And just saw your comment here, Ghetto Rabbit, for sure. Third quarter, 13 points was pathetic. The Boston's defense isn't that good. Yeah, that's also another thing. All right, the Boston Celtics, their defense tonight played poorly. I mean, this was a missed opportunity for the Lakers to take that into their advantage, especially in the third quarter, where things kind of went away from them. Yeah, 13 points in the third quarter. Uh, Unacceptable performance, especially against a rivaled team. So I agree with you on that, Ghetto Rabbit. There's no doubt about it. That was a poor performance in the Lakers in the third quarter. And we all know the Lakers don't really show up in the third quarters, and it's kind of been their downfall of some key games where the Lakers could have beaten some certain teams, even when Anthony Davis was on the team. So, um, but it's always been that their downfall at times, without a doubt. But still, um, you know, they just have to improve. They have to step up, especially now with LeBron James being out for multiple weeks now. According to the breaking news that I got, was that, just if those who don't know it yet, LeBron James could be out for a matter of weeks, not just matters of days, because LeBron has a history with groin injuries. First year as a Los Angeles Laker, he did suffer a groin injury in December. I think it was on his birthday, I believe. It was against the Warriors or something. So if you all remember that one, he basically was out for multiple weeks, almost to a month at one point. Even though the Lakers weren't that good of a team anyway at that particular year, but at the same time, I mean, kind of hurt the Lakers at one point. But and I think after when he went down with that injury in 2018, um, we saw that the Lakers were at one point the fourth seed. I might be mistaken in the Western Conference. I might be mistaken, but it was a long times ago. But at the same time, we all witnessed that during that time when LeBron James in his first year as a Laker, he was out for a lengthy period. And it kind of seems like it's going to be in that sort of manner again this time around, especially now at age 40. So we're not sure when the timeline and when he will return, but it is going to really hurt the Lakers for sure, especially in these stretches in the month of March of just how struggling it's going to be for them, especially those back-to-back away games. For sure, it's going to hurt the Lakers. I mean, I don't know who put the scheduling together for the Lakers, but they're cruel. They're cruel for the Lakers in the month of March. You go to Milwaukee for one game, and then the back-to-back game you go to Denver to face the Denver Nuggets. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Lakers are going to struggle for sure in these struggling scheduling in the month of March. So, but my hope is Lakers will try to win some, no matter how difficult it is. So my hope is that Austin Reaves, Jared Vanderbilt, Dorian Finney-Smith, hopefully the return of Rui coming back very soon. He needs to get reevaluated for sure going into next week. So we will probably have a better idea of who will be available for the Lakers if LeBron James will be out for multiple weeks with that left groin injury. So it's just a matter of time until we hopefully wait for the return of LeBron James. But like I said, Austin Reaves, Gabe Vincent, all those guys, even Jordan Goodwin, all these guys need to show up more than ever. To how about Luka Doncic, who's also playing through injury? Last time I heard, I think he's still dealing with the effects that he dealt with I don't know, for some reason he's dealing with a hamstring. Maybe I'm not so sure what he's dealing with, but it's been bugging him for almost since the Clippers game. I might be mistaken. So uh, that's commitment for sure for guys playing through injury. But at the same time, it's just he needs to potentially get the much help as he can with the rest of the guys on this Lakers team. So hopefully, my hope is that everyone shows up if LeBron James is going to be out for multiple weeks. So that's my hope. Let's read more here from Ghetto Rabbit. I really don't want to, read more of these team stats because it's just, not the best out of this Lakers team because it kind of showed tonight in general that they just played poorly. They just seemed they didn't want to be in this game. They didn't want to be in Boston, and you can just tell by the performances from the first half. Sure, it was a back and forth type of situation, but the third quarter is what really killed them, and it just kind of felt like they gave up, even though they tried to come back in the fourth quarter thanks to Luka Doncic at one point. But still, it is disheartening that he didn't really show up against a rival team as a Los Angeles Laker. But 34 points, not bad for Luka Doncic. But LeBron James, before he went out with that injury, he did put up some really good numbers tonight: 22 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. Did go 0 of 6 from the three, but still a solid night for LeBron James. Hopefully, a speedy recovery for him. Dorian Finney-Smith, obviously still playing in the starting lineup in for Rui Hachimura. Hopefully he comes back very soon. But Dorian Finney-Smith, 8 points, 4 rebounds, went 2 of 7 from the three. Austin Reaves had 16 points and 4 of 7 from the three. Managed to do what he can, as best as he can out there tonight, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. And then when you look at the second unit, I have to say, guys, not the best out of the second unit. Maybe other than Dalton Connect, who had 9 points. And I have to say, there was a moment that he played for the first time in a while, or probably this season, some really solid defense on his part, in my opinion. I saw at one point that he played pretty good defense at one point. I believe it happened like in maybe the second quarter. So other than that, that was the only time. But at the same time, he showed some effort, and he has to with no Rui, he needs to be the next guy up to get the minutes and for sure to show up on the offensive side of the ball and his shooting efforts. So we need him to show up with now LeBron James being out. There's no doubt about it. Dalton Connect, Gabe Vincent, Jordan Goodwin, Luka Doncic. I mean, everyone on this team needs to show up in these difficult month of March with the schedule that's ahead of them. So my hope is that everyone shows up. But other than that, Gabe Vincent, no show for sure, not a no show. -18 performance out there tonight. And like I said, I'm so glad that the box score shows this. Look, Luka Doncic, like I said, 34 points, but he did put up -19 performance out there tonight. So he played poorly in this game, but still managed to put 34 points. Not bad for Luka, but still bad performance. And I kind of saw it, and we all saw it tonight when it came down to it. So other than that, guys, I mean, that is the roster. I mean, that's what we saw from this Lakers team. Just poor performances on the shooting side from the Lakers. Let me see, what was the percentages? I mean, surprisingly, they put up 34% from the three, but the Boston Celtics weren't shooting that well anyway. So, I mean, once again, poor defense from both teams, poor shootings from both teams when it comes all said and done. So, my hope is that everyone shows up in the next games to come with no LeBron James for sure for the next couple of weeks. So, but my hope is that we will see the return of Rui once he gets reevaluated next week. So we need everyone. We need everyone to show up in this difficult month of March. With the scheduling. So, yeah, guys, that was the game. That was the game. And for sure, it was just not the best out of this Lakers team. Unfortunate they get their 8-game losing streak snapped by a rival team in the Boston Celtics. But at the same time, I mean, it has to come to an end at some point. But my hope is it wasn't against the Boston Celtics. So it is what it is. My hope is the Lakers will bounce back from this, hopefully. I'm not sure who they're facing next, but it's another road game, I believe. So um, the team escapes me at the moment. I can just check real quick so you guys can have a better idea of what the Lakers scheduling, because like I said, it's going to be tough for sure. They face the Brooklyn Nets. That could be another opportunity for the Lakers to get a win, hopefully. But we just have to wait and see, just to balance things out with how the scheduling is working for the Lakers. I mean, there's a point. There's a point where the Lakers have 2 days off, so for them to rest up and be ready to go next week. But yeah, like I said, back-to-back away games. The Milwaukee Bucks and they have the Denver Nuggets. In those back-to-back games. So it's going to be a struggling one for sure for the Lakers. But at the same time, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for the Lakers of how the scheduling is for the Lakers. I mean, Sunday they face the Phoenix Suns. San Antonio Spurs could be a winnable one with no Wemby yet. So, I mean, he hasn't returned yet, right? I think he's still injured. Oh yeah, he's out for the season due to that blood clot. So yeah, for sure. That could be an easy winnable game, but we just have to wait and see. They face Denver again in 2 weeks again. So and then they face Milwaukee again. That's another back-to-back game, but it's at home. That is at home. So that could be an opportunity for Lakers to get some wins at home. But still, guys, no LeBron James. Things are going to be kind of difficult for the Lakers of how they want to be within the standings. So, it is it's going to be a question one for sure of how things can end up being at the end of March, where the Lakers are within the standings and all that. So it sucks, but at the same time, my hope is that everyone shows up, and I think LeBron James wants everyone to show up. So, and JJ too. So we just have to wait and see. Let's read some more here. Comments from Ghetto Rabbit before I end this live stream. Let's read this one here. Where was that report from? The scheduling was revised because of those damn fires. Yeah, that's true. It was. I know one of them already happened with the Charlotte Hornets game, um, but the other one, I'm not so sure what was. I want to think it is the Brooklyn Nets, but I might be mistaken. But or I can just look at it right now. Let's see. So. It must be San Antonio. It's San Antonio. I just remembered. Yeah, it's San Antonio. So that was the scheduled, uh, rescheduled game due to those damn fires back in February, I believe. So, or maybe it was no January, I believe. So, it is another scenario where scheduling played a big role of how the Lakers are going to struggle in these month of March and these back-to-back games and road trips and all that. So yeah, we blame the fires for sure. But at the same time, it was in general the scheduling of the NBA kind of made it into this weird scenario before even the fires ever started. In my opinion, hopefully that made sense for all of you, but. Still, the fires did not make it any better, so it's just very unfortunate. So, yeah, I mean, where was that report? If you're talking about that report that I mentioned in this live stream, it was it was a generic. I'm not sure because that's why I mentioned in this live stream was that uh, that breaking news of LeBron James being out for multiple weeks. It was not exact news. That's why I'm still waiting on potential news like, like this one right here from the Yahoo Sports. Uh, Lakers star left game, Celtics with a groin strain and could be reported be out for weeks. So there's a scenario, guys, that LeBron James will be out for weeks. Okay, this is a groin strain, and LeBron James have a history with that. I mean, from his first year with the Los Angeles Lakers, even I mentioned in back in during that time in December, I think it was like Christmas Day or something. LeBron James suffered a groin injury against the Warriors, I believe, and um, LeBron James was out for multiple weeks, even almost to like a month due to that groin injury. And at that time, we had Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, and all them, those young guys, Julius Randle and all them. There was the Lakers weren't that competitive as a team. But at one point, when LeBron James went down with that injury, I think at that time the Lakers were like the fourth seed in the Western Conference. I might be mistaken, but there was a time at one point that, with how LeBron James was just pushing this team during that time in that first year as a Laker, um, we were doing great before he went down with that injury. So, it's just a waiting game, for sure at this time around when it comes to LeBron James and his return due to that left groin strain. So, but my hope is that everyone shows up, steps up when LeBron James is out, and hopefully the return of Rui makes it much better for us, and obviously Jackson Hayes too. So hopefully everyone comes back very, very soon and try to win games as much as they can. Some easy ones. I know the Brooklyn Nets game could be an easy winnable game for them with no LeBron James included. So that could be a win for the Lakers, hopefully. But we just have to wait and see on that particular matchup when it comes all said and done. Let's see here more from Get a Rabbit. Um, Luca has uh, lower back issues, but played with it for the whole game. Yeah, Mamba mentality. Yeah, absolutely. He needs to have that, especially now with LeBron James being out. So there's no doubt about it. He has to play through injuries as much as he can, and everyone needs to show up and help out Luca because we don't want him to suffer another injury or suffer another situation where he be out with LeBron James included. So everyone needs to show up. Everyone needs to show up. Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, Dalton Connect, Gabe Vincent, all those guys need to show up in these final stretches of the season, the month of March, with them potentially trying to win some games here and there so they can be competitive in the Western Conference. At best, be the fourth seed. the 3rd seed type of scenario. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I believe the Lakers will be a playoff team, not a play-in team, a playoff team at the end of the season. But still, you just have to win as much games as you can because it's so close. It's so close where the standings ends when it comes to the 6th all the way up to the number 2 seed. So, the Lakers have been winning some games, and there's some teams have been losing. So they're in a good situation when it comes to the number 2 seed all the way down to the 4th. So my hope is that everyone shows up and wins some games like Austin Reaves and all of them. They just need to show up, and hopefully the return of Rui makes it much better for us when it comes to the needs, with the shootings and the scoring offensively and all that. So that's my hope. Everyone needs to show up. That's all, for sure. But hopefully Luka stays healthy by the time we see LeBron James returns, hopefully. We held Boston to 10 last threes in those technical shots. Yeah, I mean, they kind of did at one point in the fourth quarter. There's no doubt about it, but still, it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. But hopefully they play better in the next games to come. Hopefully. Yeah, the Nets are 21-42, so we should beat them. Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, we have to get a win against them. They need to bounce back from this loss. There's no doubt about it. And for them to do it against probably arguably one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. So it is an opportunity for sure for the Lakers to get a win against the Boston Celtics. My hope is Dorian Finney-Smith shows up against his former team. So that's my hope for sure. My hope, hopefully, for that. Spurs back to back was revised again. You've revised the game. Yeah, I mean it was because of the LA fires. This is just one of them. Yeah, for sure. It was pretty weird. Pretty weird how the NBA decided to make those scheduling and how that worked out. But obviously, it was a bad decision by the NBA for sure, because going into this before even the LA fires happened, I kind of saw the scheduling and I saw the month of March and I saw that the Lakers have a back-to-back road trip against pretty good top teams, and just how that worked out is just didn't really jive well. So, but the good news is that the Spurs is in LA, so the Lakers could potentially get an easy win against them, hopefully. So that's my hope, and the Lakers still stay in LA for a pretty good easy stretch. They have the Suns, they have the Spurs. They have some really good matchups. At the end of March, but still, these next couple of weeks is going to be pretty difficult for the Lakers, without a doubt. So, especially no LeBron James. So yeah, guys, I mean, I really appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown me all over social media and, of course, on this channel, ZS, and on YouTube. It's not the best reporting tonight when it comes to this loss tonight against the Boston Celtics, 101-111. Obviously, losing LeBron James is a big blow to this Lakers team, without a doubt, after they were going on an 8-game winning streak and just vibing, and with Luka being on the team, obviously there's new life coming to this team. But now with LeBron James's injury and all that, it's kind of put into question of how the Lakers will finish off this season, especially in the month of March. And it's going to be very difficult for sure, without a doubt. So my hope is that everyone shows up, and hopefully will do what they can to win games as much as they can. So especially with those back-to-back games and how the scheduling and the rescheduling was due to the LA fires. And I'm really glad that I'm really glad you brought that up, because it was pretty hard to push in or add on a rescheduled schedule where it's already tough enough for the Lakers in the month of March. So, but still, my hope is that everyone shows up with no LeBron James for the next couple of weeks, it's going to really be pretty difficult for how the Lakers could potentially end up standing within the Western Conference, at the end of March. So my hope is that they just play as strong basketball as much as they can, with Luca leading the helm and him staying healthy in his own right, because he also playing through injuries. So my hope is that uh, everyone shows up and helps out Luka Doncic at the end of the day. So yeah, guys, I'll keep you guys up to date about everything that's going down when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, and obviously with the whole LeBron James situation, and obviously Rui when he will potentially return. Like I said, he will be reevaluated next week, so that is a potential situation where we'll have a better idea of when Rui makes his return, because we need his help more than ever with LeBron James dealing with his groin issues. So um, yeah, hopefully he returns and everyone shows up. Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect. I mean, all those guys. Even Jordan Goodwin needs to be the guy for us in these stretches left remaining of the regular season for the Los Angeles Lakers. But we just have to get through March. Got to get through March. I believe April is going to be pretty easy for the Lakers, but still, my hope is that everyone just shows up to make this strong stretch with this difficult struggle scheduling, excuse me, at the end of it. So yeah, guys. I mean, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Once again, I want to thank KJ23 and of course Get a Rabbit for you guys' comments and thoughts. I really appreciate reading them, and we get into a lot of talk about this. When it comes to the Lakers and their struggles in this game and just this team in general. So once again, I really appreciate all of the thoughts and the opinions that you guys had on here. And of course, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And once again, please ensure to follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. The links will be in the description of this live stream. So you guys check me out on social media. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. And okay, yeah, good night to you, Get a Rabbit. I mean, we'll recover. We will we will persevere at the end of the day, hopefully. So let's hope everyone shows up when it comes to this Lakers team with no LeBron James. So good night to you, Get a Rabbit. I really appreciate it, and obviously everyone to you as well. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.